Hello friends, my name is Dev and welcome to this video. Today we will talk about my favorite part of The Last of Us 2, downtown Seattle.
So, where are we?
But before that, please look at Graph. No one is subscribed. Help me! If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like or a sub, it would help me out a lot. On with the video! We pick up right after Joel's death. Tommy comes by to tell us to not go on a suicide mission in order to kill Abby and her friends.
Hey.
Reasonable. Yeah, makes sense.
Don't try it!
The next day, Tommy decides to leave the camp to go buy some cigarettes at the gas station or something. And just like my dad, he never comes back. Tommy is out for revenge, as he let us and his wife know in a letter he left behind. This makes Ellie want to go and take revenge as well, but Maria tries to stop us by saying, "No, you can't just leave safety and travel thousands of kilometers through zombie-infested land just to kill some people." Revenge plot go brrrr! So we go on a journey with Dina, abandoning society and returning to Monkey. We basically switch Joel with Dina, which is the worst trade deal in the history of trade deals, maybe ever. I don't dislike her, but she has some tough competition for best companion. Before arriving at the city, we find a small hut, where we are supposed to pick up the map for the first time. So I immediately thought to myself, what if we don't pick up the map?
Disgusting!
I also tried to shoot Dina, because it was very tempting, but the game wouldn't let me. After some more horseback riding, we finally reached the city gates. Here the game tried to sell me the map again, but I politely declined.
Hello. Do you have a moment to talk about our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ?
Ah, fuck off with your map. We scale the wall alone and have to solve some puzzles in order to open the gate for Dina and the horsey. Before jumping down, if you climb the tower, you can find a note where you hear about the very important character Isaac for the first time, and about the even more important character, Zelda. Okay, let's solve this puzzle to open the gate. With Ellie's iron fists and some rope physics I tried to kill myself with, we were able to open the smaller gate. Now all we have to do is find a way to open the big one.
How's it going?
The problem is we need a code in order to open the gate. But to get the code, we literally have to get the map first. This is the drawer with the codes in it. And as you can see, it is impossible to open it unless we pick up the map, which magically unlocks this drawer. Since the code is always the same, I tried to use it without physically having it in my inventory. But after the third letter, the game just takes over and presses enter for you. What? I didn't press enter, what the fuck?
Needs a
Can
code.
I try again? Maybe? No? Okay, guess I'll go fuck myself. After opening the gate and almost killing Dina, we can finally get to the good part. In order to progress, we need to find some gasoline so we can fire up this generator and open the gate. So let's jump right into this, boys! This is the map for downtown Seattle. And this is the map after you have visited every location. Some locations will not be marked on the map, like the tank, for example. So including these hidden areas, we have a total of 11 places to visit. The two main buildings, where we will find the canister/gasoline, depending on which building you enter first. and 9 locations with some loot. The reason why I love this part of the game so much is that we have never been this free to explore an area in The Last of Us before. This whole part is mostly optional, except for 2 buildings since we need the gasoline to progress. But if you wanted, you could breeze through this whole section of the game within 20 minutes or something. But if you take your time to explore, you will have one hell of a good time. Man, this part was so much fun the first time I played it. The city is so beautiful. You can go wherever you want here. Every detour is rewarded with collectibles, loot, and some interesting stories told through notes or dialogue. As Girlfriend Reviews wisely said,
I didn't know
The Last of Us 2
had me in chains until
The Last of Us 2
set me free.
It was quite refreshing having the linear corridor storytelling formula changed to a more open world style one. They even modeled the city after the real place in Seattle, so if you've been there you might recognize some of it. There are some really cool direct comparison videos between The Last of Us Part 2 and real life Seattle, which I can really recommend. But sadly, this is the only open world part in the game. I mean, yeah, the linear corridors did get a bit wider in the sequel compared to the first game, but there's still a huge difference between the two. Anyway, let's go through all of the locations and see what Seattle has to offer. Upon arrival, most people will instinctively start exploring from left to right. And the first thing they will encounter is the note mentioning some loot in the bank. So that's where we will go first. While entering the area, Ellie immediately says,
You wanna bail on this? Your call.
so that's what I did.
Have a great time.
I love how you can just leave again. It plays really well into the open world atmosphere and is also quite realistic. But also, if you jump up this ledge, the zombies will just lose interest in you and leave. So much for realism.
You fucking donkey!
Apparently some people tried to rob the bank on Outbreak Day, which is pretty smart.
Oh shit. It's like that movie.
Which one?
The one with the surfer bank robbers.
Unlucky for this guy though, this didn't go as planned and his friends locked him in the safe since he was bitten by a zombie. In his final note he exposes his friends Kyle Peters, Leon Travis and Neil Grant. I tried looking these people up on Google, but it seems like they didn't use any staff names this time. But I also found some beautiful faces, like my man Leon Travis with his almost perfectly squared face.
I'm QB, the Ice Cube, and I'm cool.
In the vault, we can also find a ring with the phrase Sig Parvis Magna engraved in it. This roughly translates to greatness from small, which sounds like that one time I tried to persuade that girl in the club to have sex with me. In terms of bullets, we get 1 shot for the pistol and 1 for the shotgun on hard difficulty. On our way out, a clicker and a runner spawn near the exit. No clue where they are supposed to have come from, but it was a good spook the first time it happened, so eat okay. Dina and Ellie also talk about what they would do with all this money in the old world. Here we hear for the first time about Ellie's obsession with space and Dina's wish to live in a farmhouse.
Maybe a big farmhouse?
But you can get a farmhouse now.
Okay. What would you get?
A space shuttle.
Oh, that's right. Your astronaut thing.
Both are nice references to later events in the game. The first location is done, now on to the next one. This one isn't really a location, but in this flower bed we find a recent campfire, which might have been from Tommy. If that was Tommy, he picked a nice place to chill. Just a cool detail which you can easily miss.
Looks recent.
Think it was Tommy?
Maybe.
Next to the flower bed we have the tank, which is one of the locations not marked on the map. We can open it from on top of it and receive 1 more shotgun bullet. Ellie compares the burned up soldier in the tank to the astronauts on one of the early moon missions.
Kind of like those astronauts.
What are you talking about?
She's talking about Apollo 1 in 1967, where 3 men died in a cabin fire during a rehearsal on the ground.
Well, at least they died for something worthwhile.
Also, close to the tank and next to a skeleton we find another note from Isaac, talking about him fighting against Fedra and slowly rising to power. I really like these kind of notes. They are pretty relevant to the story and show us how some characters came to be. Next up is the dome building. The main entrance is blocked by some bushes, so we'll take the back door. But not before sneaking through the tall grass and... Ah, fuck, come on! What the fuck? You can either kill all of the zombies in this area or run at Mach 5 speed past all of them without any consequences. After you enter the building, Dina and Ellie just pretend like this never happened.
Anyway, how is your sex life?
After a quick puzzle, we can get to the gasoline. Like I mentioned earlier, depending on which building you enter first, the dome building or the courthouse, the first one will always have the canister and the second one the gasoline. This means that you will always have to visit both places in order to get the gasoline. As you can see here, I went to the courthouse first this time, and lo and behold, no gas, just the canister. In the dome building I found 2 revolver bullets. And that's it, let's head back out. Next up, the ruins in front of the dome building. This is a quick one, just fuck up the glass and get the loot. But also, how did this graffiti get here? Some WLF soldier just be like, I sprayed that graffiti and I leave all the loot. Anyway, let's check that on the map real quick. Right next to the ruins we find the Valiant music shop. There's no ammo to find, but we get some other loot and albums for some fictional bands.
Got a bunch of records here. Sleek Habit.
The Sick.
Close enough.
Okay. We only listened to it like 100 times together.
I was only listening to it because I thought you were cute.
What? You fucking bitch.
Baba Booey.
Ellie finds a working guitar and we get a nice break from the zombie apocalypse.
What was that?
Nothing. I was playing Despacito. Anyway, just shut up and listen as I play you the song of my people. The first song Ellie plays is the one that Joel played for her the evening prior. We don't know that yet, since we will get that flashback at the end of the game, but I really like these references. This shows once again how much Ellie misses Joel. Ellie just leaves the guitar in the open to rot, so the next guitar playing travelers can go fuck themselves, and we can cross another location on the map. If you keep following the way and cross the bridge, you will reach a small military tent. Inside we'll find some scraps, a workbench, which Ellie marks on the map with a wrench, and a shotgun bullet.
M'lady.
Damn, so smooth. Sorry about your head, mate. Let me fix that for ya. Oh shit. Also, there's this nice drawing you can find on the bridge from before the apocalypse. And Ellie, in her infinite wisdom, says,
Damn. That's pretty good.
Next up is this safe just chilling outside. And oh man, I wonder what the code is for this thing. If you want to slap the solution in our faces, you could have also just written down the code on the wall. Inside the safe we have some pretty dandy loot and 2 shotgun bullets to add to the list. Now on to the courthouse. The entrance is on the back of the house, but since we heard some zombies inside, we'll have to be very, very quiet. What the fuck? That was so loud. So for some reason the clickers didn't hear that, but if you're crouched in the middle of the room, not moving, the clickers be like,
I can smell you.
After dealing with the infected, we get 2 more revolver bullets and we head down to the garage. Before going all the way down though, we can enter the office through this window here, where we can find another safe. The combination for the safe is written in this note here, but also on the whiteboard right next to it, which makes it super easy once again. This time the safe gives us 6 SMG bullets. God damn, that's a lot. Oh, and by the way, I only got these since this is a new game plus. In a regular playthrough you would only have a shotgun and a pistol at this point of the game. Which means that whenever I found any other type of ammo in a normal playthrough I would only get shotgun bullets, pistol bullets or nothing, according to other playthroughs on YouTube. Oh yeah, and one more thing before we keep going. In one of the notes we learn about Isaac's full name, which sounds not threatening at all. Down we go to the garage, where we have to clean up a little bit.
Watch it!
Jesus. I think that's all of them.
After killing all of the infected and getting our first rifle bullet, we can finally get the gas and get the hell out of here.
And
Wait. We got gasoline.
our luck's changing.
Don't you jinx us.
After exiting the courthouse, we have our next location right in front of us. Ruston Coffee. Since the doors are locked, you will have to get in through the good old BLM protester way. Once inside, there's a ton of loot waiting for us. In terms of ammo, we only get one revolver bullet, but the rest of the loot, god damn, it's so good. We got everything in here. We got rugs, we got drugs. The only thing we don't have are subs on this channel. We even got a jump scare in here. But wow. What the fuck is this runner doing on the toilet? And why would he stay there? Anyway, let's pick up the key for our next location and leave this place. On our way there, we can go up these stairs and find some extra loot, together with a note telling us about the combination for the safe we already opened. How idiot-proof did they make this safe? Okay, no more detours now. Thanks to the key, we can now open the door in this alley.
Okay. So are we gonna, like...
Can we kill the cat? After reloading my save file for the third time, I finally got a good shot in. For some reason, the audio was missing in my recording, but I'll just add some sound effects. Yeah, he just doesn't give a fuck, man. Cool. So, thanks to the key, we can now enter the very cute sounding Barcos. This place seems to have been an ex-WLF camp, but lucky for us, they left a lot of loot.
WLF propaganda?
Unfortunately, no bullets though. From this whiteboard, we learn about the WLF's plan to attack a federal convoy, which unlocks our last location on the map. Now for the last location, all we have to do is walk up to the convoy, open that bitch up, greet all the dead people,
Hello there.
and get the loot. And thanks to that, we have discovered every location on the map. Now, actually, there's one more location we can visit. This one's not marked on the map, but if you go to this fire truck here, you can throw down the hose, climb down, and bing bada boom, even more loot. With the gas, we can now fire up the generator and proceed to the next location. And with that, we have seen everything downtown Seattle has to offer. You can really tell how much care and love went into this part of the game. The locations are interesting to explore, the dialogues are mostly fun, and you can get lots of helpful loot for later. Like I said before, you can breeze through this within 20 minutes, or take your time and squeeze out 2 hours of fun just in this beginning part. I just wish they had made some more areas like this one. Even Dina grew on me a little bit during this short time. I just wish these two the best on their journey.